Howdy everybody in YouTube land. What I have in front of me today is an Amiga A2000. But not just any Amiga A2000. This Amiga is the preview guide Amiga. Now, there's probably a lot of you watching my channel that has no idea what preview guide is, and to be frank, neither did I until I started running around certain circles on Discord groups. But apparently, Preview Guide was an actual dedicated channel that was on a cable TV network that would display nothing but advertisements and freeviews or previews for like movies, upcoming movies, things like that, as well as a scrolling TV guide. It was a dedicated channel for that. This was one of many different pieces of hardware that ran that system. Now, a friend of mine gave me this machine for reverse engineering efforts at the VCF East 2022 event that just passed. Now, this particular machine, he's already got the platform pretty much fully reverse engineered. He can run the software from his programs that he wrote and feed it in data and all that fun stuff. But the one thing he can't do for a more authentic experience is he cannot generate the proper signals that run this box as it natively did off of the satellite. And that's where I come in. So I don't know if this is the original machine or if this one was made of a hodgepodge of parts or anything like that. I really do not know. I think he said this LED was meant to be the data LED, but this one says hard disk instead of data, or they would have an overlay stuck there or something. I don't know. This is where the preview sticker was, but it's missing. And there's a hidey hole, peekaboo hole that's in the front there. I guess this would be for another floppy drive. But I'm going to be honest with you. I know nothing about Commodore and Amigas in general. I know nothing about them. I don't know how they work. I've never used one before. I don't know what parts they have. I don't know the value. I don't know any of that thing. And more importantly, I don't know if this machine works. It probably doesn't, because I hear a lot of horror stories with Varda bombs and stuff like that. So this one probably doesn't work either. Anyway, so I can tell right away we got a disk in the floppy drive. That is probably one of the preview guide discs or a workbench disc or something. I don't know. I don't have a way to get, apparently from what I've researched online, Amigas require a very specific encoding format on a disk, kind of like the Apple 800K disc. So it's a proprietary encoding format that they use to write these discs. So a PC won't read it. You have to use another Amiga to write the discs, or everybody these days are using what they call a GoTech with a flash floppy firmware. I'm not familiar with GoTech. I've heard of it, but I know I got PC laptops I've done videos on in the past where I'm having floppy drive problems and stuff like that. So I know the GoTech is a solution, but apparently there's a custom firmware version, I guess, that is compatible with Amiga, and that's what everybody's doing now. I have like a billion of these, so maybe I can buy a GoTech and just put it into this second bay. I don't know. Don't know anything about them, but anyways, I want to do an inspection of this machine, see what I'm dealing with, so why don't we look on the back side. So yeah, this is definitely made of a hodgepodge of parts. It's missing something here that says CD-ROM, which there is no CD-ROM. We have a power supply with a power switch in the rear. But we have I believe this is the Genlock board for video in and video out for preview guide. I'm not sure what that is. Program out, preview out, 1, 2, video in, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure what that's for, if that even goes there, because it's just got a piece of masking tape stuck there. Then we have penciled mark. Let's see, we got data audio, data IO, NTSC in. Yeah, I don't know. These cards are probably not in the right spots. I have no idea. But yeah, we got rando cards in here. So it looks like we have two boards. I'm not sure. I don't know. We have a card here. We have a serial port, disk drive. I think, from what I was understanding, that there's a data output here that goes to this or something. I don't know. Honestly, I'm really out of my league here. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. A2000 NTSC. There's the tag. Serial number 3647 Amiga 2000. Every time I think of the Amiga, I think of the show Nick Arcade from when I grew up. Because I know that a lot of their systems ran on the Amiga hardware. That's what happens when I think about Amiga. Otherwise, I don't know shit about Amiga. We've got some case damage here that we have to deal with. So I got to straighten that out. But that's not a big deal. So, without further ado, let's get this guy apart. Alright, now that I got the top cover off, we can take a look inside and see what contents are revealed. So, oh boy, what happened here? I don't know if that goes there or how that works. Anyways, so, okay. Here's what we have. We have all of these different cards in here. So, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. So this, let's see. Let's figure out what we got. So we have a cable there that's plugged into here. Okay. Alright. Let's see, what card is this? Looks like standard PC slot thingies. So that must be the data light that they're talking about. So if that's the data light, then this, oh, I gotta take the Phoenix connector out. So if that is the data light, then this must be the subcarrier board. So, yep, because that's the same chips that are in the 4000's data subcarrier receiver. So it's a dual subcarrier. There's two different ones. So, what is that? That's probably a serial port. Just a wild guess. I don't know. Let's take a look on the back side of this board. Yep, there it is. It's labeled control data, EPC data, or EPG data, electronic program guide. Not sure what that does. Just going over here, so okay, so we have power, ground, all of that fun stuff. Then we have 3 wires going that way to those, which is to that chip there. Nothing here, so there's really, we got a power, ground, no, that's 5 volts, ground, ground, ground. Not sure what those are. Maybe power. But we have 3 lines there, which are going to this guy. So it's an MC1402. I don't know. I'd have to look up the numbers. 93 Zephyrus Electronics. Alright, so that's that guy we can set out of the way. And what are you? Same thing. So I have to remove you. I'll move you out of the way. Man, this takes up my whole dang workbench. Move you out of the way. I'm not sure. That must be... I don't think that conforms. Super out, scope out. Yeah, I don't think that conforms. I don't think so. So you set you out of the way too. Let's see, what do we got in here? A shield. man, there's a lot of IF cans and stuff in there. A lot of capacitors. Let's see. Audio demod switcher. Okay. So that must be the audio out. Subcarrier in. Yeah, they're connected together. They're in parallel. So that's subcarrier in and out, and that's audio out. So there's literally 2 audio outputs here. So this must have 2 FM receivers. So that is literally nothing more than an FM radio. So if I wanted to use this board, I'd have to make an FM channel and then out. Apparently, I don't know, there's a control signal that tells this thing what to do or what. It's just a piece of metal bent and folded over. Yeah. So that's that one out of the way. So we'll set that one. No, I gotta take the screw out of that one too. Yeah, I've not had one of these apart before, so this is literally a disassembly video. There we go. So what are you? Looks like this is the RAM card. And not sure. Fast R. I don't know what that means. There's a RAM table. Yep. Great Valley Products. A4000. This is not an Amiga 4000, is it? Huh. Okay. 1996. So this is much newer. So this must have been an upgrade or something. It's an Amiga 4000 card. I don't know what. I don't know. Anyways, oh boy, look at that. Huh. So that I don't think that's factory. No, I can pretty much guarantee you that is not factory. Okay, I'm not seeing a battery or signs of damage from a battery. Looks like it's the same Berg stuff as a PC floppy. Oh wait, there's a battery down there. I really can't tell a whole lot. Yeah, I think we need to get alright, well, that's weird how that is just like sideways. Well, I want to get the rest of this out so I can see. Oh, here's another board. I forgot about this board. Let's see, what are you? This appears to be a UV gen, whatever that is. Oh, we got an FPGA. Judging by the analog circuitry, yeah, there it is. Amiga Genlock 2. Made in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So yeah, this is a preview card because they're from Tulsa. Amiga Genlock board. I don't know how this thing works or how this is wired in. So, alright. I'm going to get down to the power supply and I want to take a look in that and see what caps we got going on in there. I'm going to get the floppy drive out. I want to get all of this out. I want to get down to this main board and see what we got going on. Well, let's start popping out more screws. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. I need a tripod. I really do. I got a tiny one, but it won't do me any good for yeah, this setup here. I found this laying in the bottom of it too. This was like laying up in here, so I don't even remember what this is for. I don't even know. I don't have a clue. There's so much I don't know. I feel like I'm dumb. Let's pull you. It looks like it has all the original capacitors, so they're probably going to need attention before they start peeing all over the board. Alright. Move this thing around single-handedly. Okay, so power supply. I want to get the power supply out because I want to inspect the capacitors. Because I've worked on enough retro computer crap that it probably needs caps by now. So does the whole assembly come out, or does it have to come out? It wants to, but okay, grab that screw, put you over there. Let's see. I'm not even sure how to get this out. No. It does not want to. I think I need both hands for this. Yep, I did. I needed both hands. I'm going to set you out of the way. For now, I'll deal with you in a minute. So you get out of the way. Alright, motherboard. What are we dealing with here? Oh, yeah. That's not factory. No. Man, you can still see green crusties. Where when this thing was worked on, it's never done completely. I can still see corrosion. So this thing had a battery leak on it at one time. Alright. At least I know that it's been worked on. Fat lady. That's funny. Commodore Amiga V2.04. Really don't know what I'm dealing with here, but so that's the overview of the motherboard. I'm debating whether I need to throw caps on this thing or not. That one's clearly been replaced, but the rest of them are still original. Whether they need changed or not, I don't know. But being these are Elna, and Elna is known for pissing all over the board, I'm probably going to replace them all. So that's all got to get done. But perhaps more importantly, I want to get into that power supply and see what we're dealing with. Because judging by the date codes, this thing was made in 92, which puts it right into that era where the low ESR caps start pissing all over the board. So I need to take a look at that. So yeah, let me get this off the bench and take a look at that. The one thing I am noticing right away is just about every single chip in here is proprietary. That's custom, 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 custom. I mean, besides that one's even custom. And these logic ones are not too bad, but man, if you had one of these fail, you'd be kind of screwed. It's a custom nightmare. Yeah, I don't know if these require any special monitors or anything, because the composite port says mono only. And I don't have any monitor that would plug into that, so this port here says video, and I don't have whatever that is. So, anyways, time to look at the power supply. Alright, now that we have the power supply out of the way, and this is why I need a tripod, because I can't catch the screws. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to give the video a little bit of substance. Try to anyways. Okay, that's one side, now I gotta do the other side. I'd like to know what happened there. Because that just does not feel like factory. Alright. Alright, let's see what secrets lie within. Oh boy. Foam. So this has been shipped before. Yep. That was my fear. They're all original, and they all gotta go. Yep. Alright, well. Okay, I suppose it's time to get a capacitor list. Because we have to get those guys changed out. Because they're original low ESR from 1992. That's going to be problematic. Let's see. Maybe even, actually, you know what? That's either 1989 or 1990. Might be 1990. Yeah, 1990, because those transformers say 17th week of 1991. So this puts it literally on the borderline of leakage. Because the leaking stuff really didn't start happening until about 92, 93. So, at least for through-hole anyways. Alright, well, the board's got to come out, and I have to get a capacitor list together because I am definitely rebuilding that power supply. Because a power supply of this age is just not going to be reliable to run for the long term until that's all taken care of. So, well, yeah, 22nd week of 1991. So, yeah, it's got to be rebuilt. Yep, let's get a cap list together. Let's get this apart and get a cap list together. This thing is a dusty mess. It's just getting everywhere. So I got the board out. Everything's out of the way now. I'm going to have to clean out that power supply. There's a bunch of crap everywhere. So now that we have the board out, we can take a closer look and see what we got going on. I don't see any physical signs of leakage. It might be alright. I'd be amazed because I've seen so many of these pouring their guts out. Let's see the bottom side. Alright, well. Okie dokie then. So, I gotta get a cap list together and recap it, and then we'll fire this machine up and see what happens. But I'm gonna have to order the parts, so I'm gonna have to break this video up into 2 parts, I think. Actually, it might be a multi-part video because that stuff I think I want to make into separate videos. Because I got to do some reverse engineering here. So I think part 1 is just going to be the overview of this machine and analysis and see what we're dealing with. And then part 2 is going to be recapping it and making sure everything works. And then we got to make discs, I think. I don't know if that's any good or what it does, but I think that's a preview guide disc, actually. I think he did say this is preview guide. But there's stuff in here that shouldn't be in there. Yeah, no, that's not safe to run. So I need to back up that disc somehow. I've yet to figure that out, but... And then part 3 and beyond will be all the reverse engineering and playing around and tinkering with that stuff. So, anyways, yeah, we got to get the floppy drive cleaned out, lubricated, heads cleaned, all that fun stuff. And I need to get a GoTech for that side. Yeah, so, okay, anyways, let's split this off. So this is part 1, and we'll be back with the capacitors. So... Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you have a comment, please feel free to leave one. And hit the like and subscribe and all of that fun stuff. Until next time.